welcome to the week 6 video. We're already on week 6. Now we're starting, this is getting to that midpoint, the mid-third of the season, to where wins are critical. If you're a team that is, on the losing end of stuff, you want to get a couple good wins here just to be feeling good going into that final push. And if you're that team that is starting off very well, you don't want to let off the gas, because one critical thing could definitely end that for you. So, a couple things, right? So, one, no more undefeated team. I took down Dana this week. That allowed Mercury Morris to pop that champagne and celebrate their Dolphins being the only undefeated team in football. So, congratulations, you Mercury Morris. Or is it Morris Mercury? I don't know. Either way. 2, have you been noticing just how high our scores have been this year? Is it me? Or did something get really wacky and we're scoring like 140 plus every week? It's kind of insane. But, it's kind of nice, Except when you're scoring 150 points and you're losing 160, then you're like, what the hell? Yeah. We got the little counterpoint. Video's kind of late, right? I did the video when I normally do it, but the video didn't save on the computer for some reason. It was very odd. So it means one of two things. One, the video sucked. Or 2, it was the greatest piece of work I've ever done, and I lost it. I know what you're saying. It's going to be the other way, but it's not your name that's on this belt 5 times. So, until you get your name on this belt 5 times, then you can criticize these videos. Well, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Here it is. Here is our Week 5 review. Here's the Week 5 review. 5th seed, 1 to go, proves 3-2, defeating 2nd seed Piping Shrieks, who gives their first loss 4-1. Dana still leads the series 4-3. It was a 176-82 versus 125-62 beatdown, perhaps you could say. 9th seed, Rogers is right, gets his second win in a row, improving to 2-3 with a 132-16 to 105-82 victory over 12th seed Bucks in 6, who now is sitting at 1-4. Eric leads this series 8-5-1, and Kara's season is hanging by a ledge. 7th seed Glorious Domination with a 163-94 to 141-58 defeat at the 8th seed. You Got Jammed, both now at 2-3. Travis has taken a commanding lead in this series, 7-3. The 1 seed, What Doesn't Hurt, jumping to 4-1 with a 167-98 versus 148.72 victory over the 10 seed Kevin's Famous Chili, who is now 2-3. Kyle extends this lead to 9-7. I have a feeling we are going to talk about this matchup just a little bit later on. 4 seed DJ Shark gets back on the winning side of things with a 171-10, 156-9 victory over the 11 seed Tony Stank. DJ Shark is now 3-2, while Tony Stank falls to 1-4. The Ferger household a combined 2-8. This series is now tied at 2 apiece. The 3 seed Burden with Glorious Purpose proves a 3-2, defeating the 6 seed Hill of a Good Time, who once again is the ebbs and flow of the league, as 1 week scores 180 and 1 week scores just over 100. She scored 115-46. Both teams now at 3-2. Katie now leads this series 3-1. So we've been extremely lucky so far this year, as we've had 4 winners in Jonathan's segment here. We were really close to not getting one, but ladies and gentlemen, we've got one. That's right, we've got one. So, Jonathan, take it away. Week 1, Eric did not play Edmonds, took a big L. Week 2, Sam J did not play Matt Ryan, took a big L. Week 3, Eric again did not play Edmonds, took a big L. Week 4, JB did not play Dallas Goedert, took a big L. So, we have another one. For the 5th straight week, we have somebody who made a mistake, didn't play the right guy, and has to face the Piper. Who is it?
Sam J, we're doing this again. If you could have chosen Miles, you could have won. What were you thinking?
Jonathan, and congratulations, Sam J. You did it again, you old scoundrel, you. But of course, that means that I'm due up again because, well, Sam J's won twice, Eric's won twice. Congratulations, Sam, on your narrow victory. This next segment here is about my nerdiness, my love for stats, and my love for this league in its just history. It's been around for 10 years plus. I've actually tracked every win, loss, points scored, records, all that jazz into an Excel spreadsheet of glory. And I've divvied it up here for us to look at some of the biggest categories since you can't look at it every day. So here we go. Let's take a look. Fun with numbers. Here are some records. So here's the most wins overall in the regular season. Kyle, who has 92. In the playoffs, they don't call him Mr. Playoff Mania for nothing. 20 wins. Overall, Kyle and Travis have 105 wins total. And if remember Jenny, she has the highest win percentage overall with a 581. Now let's get into the most losses, and of course, we can't have a most losses segment without mentioning the man that was Andy. 91 regular season losses. Yes, quite the accomplishment. Kyle has lost 14 times in the playoffs. He has a championship, so that does mean he's got an undefeated streak there, but basically what that's saying is Kyle's always made the playoffs. Andy lost 101 games overall. Could you imagine losing 100 playoff game or 100 regular season games in 10 years? He was averaging 10 losses a year. And the win percentage currently right now, loss percentage currently right now, Adam's on track. Only a 200 percentage there. Games played. Regular season, we have Travis, Kyle, and Eric at 165. So what happens when you have the original 3 that have been there the whole time, never taken a year off, so played the maximum game. In the playoffs, Travis and Kyle have played the most with 27. So obviously we'll remove Eric from the overall. And Travis and Kyle have played 192. And the good thing is like in 8 weeks here, Travis and Kyle play that 200th overall game. An exciting time coming up in the league for sure. Most matches in the regular season, we have 3. Eric versus JB, Kyle versus JB, and Eric versus Travis. All have played 16 times. Eric leads the series 10-6. JB and Kyle are tied 8-8. And Eric leads that series with Travis 9-7. In the playoffs, Kyle and JB have played the most, including 3 championship games with a 2-1 record in favor of JB. They played 5 times in the playoffs, 4-1 overall. That one loss coming in the 2016 championship to prevent a three-peat. Overall, JB and Kyle have played the most, 21 times. JB leads the series 12-9. Most wins in a season, Bob had 12 in 2010. That was his big run. Almost should have been his biggest chance to win a championship, but lost in the first round of the playoffs. Won the second round, finished third that year. That's why he had the 13, which is the most wins overall in the league. Now we talked about most losses in the season, and of course we're going to see some Andy in here. Charlie had 12 losses in 2009. Overall, Andy had 13 losses twice in 2015 and 2018. Imagine having 2 seasons where you've lost 13 games in a 3-year span. Debilitating. Charlie had 13, but it was only a 1-loss record in the playoffs there, and that happened in 2009 as well. Most points overall. So Travis leads in both categories, 4, with 22,414 points. Against 21,749.76 points. So Travis is pretty well even right there in that stat. Now we're looking at points average for the game. So 4, Troy leads that with 150.29 points average scored a game. You had to bring your A game to beat Troy. You weren't going to beat him if you were not scoring 150, basically. Against Charlie, his time in the league with 144.53. This is the epitome of the pig for the slaughter. No matter how well you did, you had to do 145 to get beaten by Charlie. Enjoyed my nerdiness and giving you some details on the spreadsheets there. It's just a fun thing I like to do. I've been doing it for, the whole time there, maybe in like 9 years. I went back and did a lot with it, but hope you enjoyed and, gives you interest in it. So how about this? How about we start going into making new records and getting Adam out of that hole? Let's start with week 6. Here's the week 6 preview. It's the heated matchup in the Barons household as the 5 seed, 1 to go, at 3-2 takes on the 8th seed, You Got Jammed, who is 2-3. JB leads this series 6-2, including the 2014 championship matchup. The 10th seed, Kevin's famous Chili, who's at 2-3, looking to get back on the winning side, doing what he does best. Takes on the 9th seed, Rogers is Right, who's also 2-3. Sam J leads this series 8-5. Now, it's not really a must-win game, but it definitely goes a long way, being 3-3 versus 2-3 at this point in the season. 2 seed, Piping Shrieks off her first loss of the year, taking on the 12 seed, Bucks in 6, who is 1-4. Dana leads the series 4-3. Nothing like a get-right game than playing the Fergers in this season. Kara is in... she's still not in must-win territory, but 1-5 is definitely a hole I don't know if you can get out of. 3 seed, Burden with Glorious Purpose at 3-2, taking on the 7 seed, Glorious Domination, who, with the win last week, improves to 2-3, looking to get to 3-3. Katie leads this series 7-5. The 1 seed, What Doesn't Hurt at 4-1, has a good opportunity to improve to 5-1 and take a stranglehold on getting one of those first round byes. Taking on the 11 seed, Tony Stank, who is 1-4 and close to being 1-5 along with Kara. The household is 2-8, could be 2-10. This could be, the Fergers could be your Dumper Bowl matchup here. Kyle leads this series 2-0. 4 seed, DJ Shark, 3-2, taking on 6, Hill of a Good Time, who's also 3-2. Meredith leads this series 3-1. Looking to make some separation here in the league. But, Bob, I got a thing to say to you. Meredith has been up, down, up. So, or she was just down. So, pretty much she's going to drop about 200 on you. So, sorry, bud. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this week's video part 2. I don't know which one would have been better. I do have to say that, reminder, there is an early game. Jacksonville in Miami in England. Poor English. But nonetheless, set your lineups. But you won't see this video until after your lineups are set. So, but I still said set your lineups, so you can't blame me. So until then, I'll see you on the Fantasy Gridiron.